G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 25 of my cold dual-wielding Reaper, where I have been incredibly busy in between episodes. I don't remember exactly how much in terms of XP I've got, but the end of last episode, I think I was up to 1 day and something like 6 hours. 4 hours of farming, let's say 3.5, something like that. And I have got a lot of stuff. Oh, I banked it all, that's right. Yep, Reaper's stuff, Reaper's leg guards, I got Glacial of Attack, Mystic of Winterstorm, Formidable of the Fox, Resonant of Readiness, Rime Frost of Readiness. I got some good stuff. And then out of nowhere, and this one is very, very lucky, I just got Tempest of Vitality. I kind of wanted Tempest of Readiness, but I'll take Vitality. A little bit of extra health will be fine. I'm happy with that. I'm going to call that done. So that one is... Yeah, that's the pants done, so I don't need to keep getting even more. I was holding on to these because these were kind of... You know, if I get sick of farming or whatever, I'll just use one of these and it'll be fine. The previous episode has a list of affixes in the comment. Those would be kind of good enough kind of affixes. So I'm happy with that. Tempest of the Winter Storm would probably be the dream, but, you know, it's the dream because you're dreaming if you think you're going to get it. So that's the pants. As you can see, I also went and did a whole bunch of Malkadar farming, and I'll get to that in a second. Because I've also got a bunch of Namidea's horns here. Now this one really, I did not enjoy this, because half the time you don't even get the item. Which is amusing to me, because I remember when they changed it so as the bosses would drop their MIs every single time, I was a little bit annoyed about how much easier they were making it. And now here I am, complaining about a 50% drop rate. But I did get the Overseers of Scorching here. Now, you'll notice at the bottom there, this has required player level 92, and that's because this is a level 84 base. So when this dropped, boy was it a roller coaster. It started with, oh my god, thank god, it's finally finished. And then I looked at it and went, okay, Scorching, it's not great, but Overseers is what I wanted, and I'll take Scorching. And then I looked at the required player level, and my heart just absolutely sank through the floor, because, yeah, I was not done. I did, however, get Overseers of Readiness. This one took a while, but here we are. So probably another hour and a half of farming Namidea's little lair to get both of these. I'm going to go ahead and say it. This was incredibly lucky. I left a bunch of pants on the floor. I left a bunch of horns on the floor. Coming in at about 2 to 3 minutes per run. It was something like 30-odd runs of Namidea. And I'm still calling that incredibly lucky. So these are kind of the rares that you want. Overseers, again, of the Winter Storm would be amazing, but you're not going to get that. So I'm okay with these two. Also, while I was running it, the Reaper, when you kill him, he drops his Reaper's Trove every single time. And it's kind of crazy how much loot you get from those Nemesis Troves. So I did pick up the Chilling Grasp of Hagarad. I picked up another set of Dread Chill Grasps here. Neither one of these has particularly good Vitality to Cold conversion. That's a 20 to 30 range. So I'll probably end up using these because they are, I mean, quite frankly, just straight up better. But I did hang on to those. Amatok's Step is also another really good pair of boots. I will be wearing these almost certainly in the final build for this character. Physical resistance is now much rarer, he says, wearing a pair of boots with physical resistance. But these are cold boots with move speed, with physical resistance, with a bit of health, with some skill points that we don't really care about, but the Spines of Ice proc there is really, really good. So this has a chance to freeze, or actually it seems like it's 100%, but there's probably freeze resistance on monsters. But these are really, really good, and ideally I want, is it Chill something? Hang on, let me have a look here. It is Chill Dread Mantle, which is a pair of shoulders that have the same proc on it. So this proc is really, really good. Also picked up a few pieces of Perdition. I actually threw a few of these out. I just figured I'd hang on to them. About maybe a quarter of the way through, I decided I would keep them. But actually only 3 pieces, so that's not too bad. Right, so I've got all these and all of the Malkadar stuff. I've kept mostly cold-related things here. And I did have... where is it? There's one actual triple rare in here somewhere. Did I sell it? I swear I had a triple rare in here. There it is. So, Malkadar's Dreadblade of Shattering, really good. Aether Fire, though, not so great. It does have the Aether and Fire there. We are converting a little bit of fire, but it's just not great. So what I've gone with, I've got Frostborn of Alacrity here, which I actually thought I had one of these equipped. Oh, Glacial of Alacrity I have equipped. Okay. Well, I've got Glacial and Frostborn of Alacrity, so I'm okay with these for now. Glacial is not amazing. I would prefer double Frostborn. Flat cold damage is more valuable to me than the Frostburn damage on Glacial, but they'll do kind of for now, and I'm not gonna lie, after what, 4 hours or whatever it was that I was farming that yesterday, yeah, I'm kind of done. So, let's get rid of these. Choices of Barbarous are decent pants as well. So I kept these just to point out that Battle Cry there is really, really good. So for 10 seconds, every 15 or so seconds, you have 10% total speed and 150 all damage. And then they're just kind of okay pants as well, really good armor. The physical damage we don't care about, but the offensive ability, the regen, the chance to avoid attacks, the physical resistance, that's all good stuff. I'm not going to use them, but there you go. Also the Mage Guard legs here, these would probably be okay for a stopgap kind of pants. I've got the Rhymestone leg guards there, so I'm kind of happy with that. And then I'll just show these briefly as I sell them. All of these were pants that I kept in case I didn't get the Tempest of Readiness. And I still didn't get Tempest of Readiness, but Tempest of Vitality is good enough. So I'm going to roll with that, and maybe I'll do some more farming later, but yeah, it's probably unlikely. I've still got to get Kaisan's Amulet. I've still got to get a Gargoyle Waist Guard. I think I'm using, is it Dreadchill? Hang on. Yeah, the Dreadchill mark. So I've got a purple medal here, but I've still got two rare items. I've still got Alchemist rings to farm, which is going to be fun. Okay. Today we have reached the point, which is where I want it to be. We have reached the point where we can side with Barhome. Now that's kind of what this whole song and dance has been about, giving me the ability to side with Barhome so as I can fight the Ravager, which is kind of amusing because there's a decent chance that I will just either straight up die or not bother trying to fight the Ravager at all. But that's kind of what this whole thing's been about. And so now we can indeed go and talk to Skorv, and we can get on with the Ashes content. Now, I do need to get Nemesis with Kaisan, which means back to Forgotten Gods. I don't think I need Alexander, so I don't really care so much about that, but I definitely need Kaisan. However, we have a little bit of questing to do, and in about half a level, I'm going to go and throw on a bunch of those rares that I just farmed up. At least the weapons. Right, so we can be friends now, and we can reset them to friendly. So we are back to Tolerated now. We went from Nemesis... Where are we? Barhome, here we go. So we were actually Nemesis with Barhome, and now we're back to 0. Which means we've got a lot of grinding to do to get their reputation up. That's going to happen naturally. I'm not going to push that. I'm not going to go farm it. It'll probably happen just from doing totems and killing Chthonics. Alright, let's get this show on the road, as it were. Now, the Barhome quests are relatively easy. Very standard, I've done these many, many times, so let's just smash them out. We are getting the wards, we're getting the travelers, as it were. We have to rescue them. Don't have to worry about the Reaper jumping out from behind any kind of trees or anything anymore, which is nice. Direwolf Crest I will almost certainly not be using. The one good thing about the Alchemist rings is they're pretty quick to get to once you actually get to Steps of Torment, actually. A little bit of a brain fart there, I don't know where that came from. Just thinking about what's coming after this. Alright, so we've rescued the Travelers in the north here. There will only be one set of Travelers in the north, and then you'll find the other ones in the... well, it says northeast, but, I mean, let's be honest, it's kind of south of this area. So we can head there. We'll do the mine first, actually. Now, the mine is one of those... I'm going to call it fun. One of those fun areas where if you miss one monster in here, you may have to come back and do it again. So, you know, kind of try and make sure you get everything in the first pass. It'll save you a lot of time. There's a few areas that I like to point out in here, and I'll mention those as I get to them. But generally speaking, stand on every bit of floor and kill everything that moves, and you should be fine. We are here specifically for the pit creepers. They are the crabs, so you can leave a couple of the basilisks alive and you'll be fine. The white crabs are also fine, but these pit creepers, that's what we're here for. And it's actually been so long since I've had the quest while I did it, that I can't remember how many there are. It's probably 15 or something like that. Alright, so we'll just burn through all this stuff. There is a treasure trove in here somewhere. The first potential location for it is going to be just over here. Now, I can see it's not here, so we'll keep an eye out for it. Dagalon's Destroyer. That'll sell nicely. Dynamite's always good. Now, I do want to get down there at some point. In fact, I have to go down there to get to the next area, so I guess we'll go this way. Just taking the scenic route here. And this is one of the areas that I mentioned here, just in this little section here. These guys usually are going to be hidden under the floor. First time I had to come back, it was for that little section there, so make sure you get those crabs down there. I don't think I actually had a pit creeper in that particular spawn, but definitely can happen. Okay, do I need that? Apparently yes. I think I have one in the bank, actually. I could be wrong. Here's my actual treasure trove, so this is another location where it can be. Potential totem in here as well. I think I'll probably get the totem in the top part, and let's just go ahead and turn this on. What could possibly happen, right? Let's turn the loot off so I can see what's going on, although we're pretty much done at this point. There is a lot of blue on the ground from this character, which does make it incredibly difficult to see the aether on the floor, the poison on the floor from the various monsters. So the way I've been playing it is just assume every time you kill everything, assume you're standing in goop and you need to get out of it. And then that seems to have worked so far. I think once I start farming Alchemos, that's going to get a lot worse, because I put cold goop on the floor, he puts cold goop on the floor. There's just going to be so much goop on the floor. This is another area where you can have crabs, so just go ahead and run in here. Generally speaking, as long as you're checking the map, and I didn't run in here, but I'll have to check that on the way out. As long as you're checking the map and you run into each little area, you should get most, if not all of them. Oh, mud rock, okay, sure. Alright, so I'm going to head over here. There we go, 2 pit creepers sort of hiding off to the side. Plus however many just dragged themselves out of the floor. And there's also some loot in the walls over here, which I enjoy. Where is it? There he is. So, a couple of rares on the floor there that I'm filtering out. I am actually filtering rares out, so you can see those there. I've got... yeah, I could probably get some more bits, but once I get to... well, once I finish Ashes of Malmouth, I'll probably have 3.5 to 4 million anyway. And then once you start farming totems and treasure troves in earnest, it very quickly stacks up. So let's just make sure we hit both sides here. These are all ghost crabs at the moment, but I have had some normal crabs here. I can't say for sure that they were pit creepers, but I've had some crabs here. Looks like I'm not getting a totem either, so it's probably spawned outside. This little area here can have crabs in it as well, so just any little pockets that kind of pop up outside the main path, make sure you hit them. Alright, Nax and Shade. Resistant to cold? Kind of probably doesn't really matter. We're going to kill him anyway. Now I am standing in Aether Goop, so I'm watching my health bar here, and as soon as this guy dies, we evade out. And once that's gone, I'll pick up my loot. There we go. Now, we're probably done here. But I do want to check this little pocket here just in case. And I think I hit all of the other little side areas anyway, but I'm going to run out on foot. Even though I could use my rift to get out and maybe save a little bit of time. Missing one of the crabs because you decided you didn't want to run back is probably the most feels bad man thing you could probably do here. So I haven't had to come back here for probably 15 to 20 runs through this section now, and I think the reason why is because I do run back and I do check pretty much everywhere. Now obviously I'm not your dad, so you do what you feel like you want to do, but having to come back, man, it sucks. Alright, so I missed a basilisk, I missed another basilisk. And otherwise I think we're good here. Did I go down here? I think I did. Yeah, I can see loot on the floor. Alright, cool. So I think I'm done. I think. We'll find out when I get back to town. Like I said, I haven't had to come back for quite a while now. But maybe today's the day. Alright, so this guy should drop the horn. He does. Okay. I can't remember who shouted it out, but I've been told that's 100%. And since I've been told that, I have been checking. And it has been every time I've killed it so far. Granted, I think that's like 3 or 4 times, but it's still 100%, right? Alright, I'm not going to stand in that. That seems like a bad thing to get hit by. Also that. Just going to continue evading the big scary rocks from the sky. And maybe don't stand in the Aether. Didn't actually get anything good here, but that's alright. Got XP. Though at this point, I'm not really worried about XP. I'm about to hit 94, and at that point I can use any item in the game. Well, with a couple of exceptions. So I'm pretty happy with the amount of XP. Also, going through the Ashes content will almost certainly get me to 100. Or at least very high 90s. Alright, this is my last ward here. So, wards are done, and now I think we just have to run down here. And since I've scouted this area previously looking for the Reaper, I can see those... what are we going to call them? Travelers? I think they're travelers. I can see them from up here, so I know exactly where I'm going. Which is useful, but does require you to have pre-scouted the area, which is very not useful. Alright, so in terms of the final build, I need, what, 2 purples, I think? And then, well, I guess 4 purples, because Alchemist rings. And then 2 rares, and that's kind of it. So, coming along nicely. We'll see how long the Alchemist rings take. I'm kind of expecting it to be a lot. I don't need the Magi shoulders, although that is something you could use. Could be using the Chill Dread shoulders. But if I was using the Magi shoulders, then I might look into getting the Ring of Anubar, the Magi ring for cold. And that could be an alternative if you don't want to farm Alchemos. Use that, and then whatever the cold resistance shredding that I can never remember the name of. Screams of Aether, is it? I forget. I'm sure somebody will point it out in the comments very, very helpfully. I could also look it up, but yeah, I'm not going to. Alright, so let's go turn some stuff in here. Now, we've already done Tyvold's quest. What is it? Continue. I've already dealt with your pest. Okay. This tells me that I got all the crabs, so I'm happy with that. Also, level 94 means we can go and put on some better weapons. Okay, where are the survivors? We turn them into lunch. Good old Scorv here. We can take care of Laria for him and grab the Ugdenborg fetish here. Before we do that, though, like I said, I've got some new toys to play with. Now, I don't know that I'm going to end up using those Reaper legs yet. The Rhymestone are probably okay, and these do provide... okay, if I take them off... If I take these off, I will have uncapped vitality resistance, which I don't really want. Let's do this the safe way. Let's go and get rid of all of the vendor all of the stuff that I don't want. Okay. And now we'll go play with the toys that I do want. Okay, I think we're good here. Right. So, new weapons. Definitely want these. Definitely am going to forget about the Baronath thing here. No longer bound the devotion either, so go ahead and yell at me if I don't fix that. Can I afford to use these gloves? I'm guessing I can't. Just based on resistances, although... maybe I can. Let's just swap it all over and see what happens. A little bit more vitality conversion could be good. Let's try those. And Amatox boots. Okay, resistances are surprisingly still capped. I don't understand, but you know what? I'm gonna roll with it. And this is just a straight upgrade, so we'll go ahead and swap that over as well. I will get that vitality resistance back when I put my prismatic diamond back on. I think we're looking good. I'm a little bit surprised, I won't lie. But I'm also kind of happy with it. Alright, so I need a scaled hide. Do I already have one? I do not. So let's go ahead and craft a scaled hide here. Do I actually need a scaled hide, or can I get away with ancient armor plate? Let's find out. Now this particular Overseer's roll was for 32% armor absorption, so I may actually be able to get away with an ancient armor plate here, and I will be very happy if I can. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna use that. Winterbloom powder is from the Rovers, so let's go grab that. And then I don't think I care about armor augments. I have got a ton of stuff here. A ton of resistances, although that's... yeah, that's going to be hard to replace. And it's level 70, so I should try and replace that. Anyway, that's fine. Rovers. I think it's Old Arcovia. So I want to get, was it Winterbloom? I think it was Winterbloom. Where are we? Yep, I want Winterbloom powder. So if I just do a search for Winter... wait, that's Winter's Chill. Hang on, what does that do? Chance to freeze is useful, and 30% cold damage. Winterbloom powder, offensive ability. I kind of want the offensive ability, I won't lie. So I'm going to stick with those. Let's go ahead and get our components back. So over here, back down to Dalit. Keep the add-on. Double check that I'm breaking the right item here. Level 70, okay. Keep the add-on. That's obviously the right item because of Baronath there. So we'll chuck those back on. Chuck our augments back on. Let's go ahead and keep the add-on here. Do I keep the add-on? Yeah, I think I do. Chuck that on there. Namadias. Overseer's Namadia's Horns. Level 92. We keep the add-on. And then the Golemborn Greaves. Now, I am kind of torn here. Because that 300 armor there on the Golemborn Greaves on the proc, that's not nothing. And the reduced attack speed retaliation is also quite good. I think I will just swap it over though. Is that Mogdrogan? It's not. Maybe we look at making a Mark of Mogdrogan at this point. Those boots are going to be the quote-unquote final. So let's see if we can make a Mark of Mog. Right, Aether Shard. Can I make 5 Aether Shards? No. Okay. That's fine. I'll do it at some later point. I'll probably farm the Warden's Lab to do that. It'll... Also saw Wardstones there, didn't I? So that's 12 plus another... Yeah, it's about 30 odd. So that'll take a while, but I think it'll be okay. Alright, first things first. Let's go ahead and chuck Baroness Fury back on. And rebind Rumor. So I'm not making this mistake again. Although apparently I did. Where can we put this? Pneumatic Burst? Maybe. I don't really want it there, but it's semi-permanent and I don't think I have another... I had it on Chilling Weapons, didn't I? Alright, we're going to put it on Chilling Weapons. And hopefully not forget next time I mess with my weapons. Okay, all the other procs are on something. I think we're good. Okay. So we just got a decent boost to damage there. It's not going to look massive. But once we put up... Actually, you know what? Show, don't tell. Also, the Whirly Boys are gone. So, Baroneth's Fury, 14 to 14.5 to 15.5, and then we put up these two, and it more than doubles. So maintaining these buffs is huge for our damage output. And we're looking good. Okay, so we've actually got another +3. I'll just double check I haven't got any overcapped skills. Looking good. I've got 7 skill points. Wow, okay. And I guess we could bring this up to the cap. Necrotic Edge at the cap is pretty good. If we come over here, we've got Execution hard capped as well. And I've got 4 points left. So this is 30%. This is 15, so we're at 45%. Then we have, this brings us up to 70%. Then we have 89%. Yeah, I can completely lose one of these. Which one does the most damage? I think it's probably going to be Quick Cut that has to go. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that point out of there. I'll have to go to the Coven or the Vanguard of the... Sorry, the Conclave of the Three. Because Sedina is unfortunately gone. Okay, so we use Novi. And Amaryst's Quick Cut here, 94% main hand damage. Is not as good, in my opinion, as 134% main hand damage, plus a whole bunch of flat stuff. This does have a decent amount of extra crit damage. This one does hit more targets. This one also hits more targets, so I'm going to drop this one. And we can look at maybe adding a few more points here. Maybe not. 5 points for 2% Fizz Res. It's not amazing. It's also actually not amazing. Can I get another Blade Spirit? No. Okay, so that's out. I could get a bigger heal. I could improve the Veil of Shadow aura here, so shred total speed by another 10%. That's actually a pretty decent debuff. I was intending to just dump it into Reaping Strike, honestly, for the extra lifesteal. Can't put any more in Soul Harvest. This could be worth a point. Maybe. Doesn't really have a massive effect. We could get some more health here. We could get some more offensive ability here. Probably should put this back to the cap. I think that might be what I do. Just get a couple more points here and there. And then... there we go. I'm going to say that's good enough. Alright, so we've got a bunch of quests to turn in. But we also have to go and kill... Is it Laria? I think it's Laria. Is it Laria? Yeah. Okay, and I need my whirly boys back. We are looking pretty good here. The damage should have picked up a decent amount. I guess we'll find out when we get to Laria here. Whoop. Damn, that is loud. Kuba's back, so we'll go play with Kuba. I brought some friends with him, or maybe they just kind of spawned behind me. So Kubacabra, level 105, and we're kind of beating him down. I'm okay with this level of damage. I'm going to kill the medium-sized ones first. I am noting that my damage, or my health bar is kind of disappearing a little quickly. But I think we're going to be just fine. Just get out of the bleeding pools, and don't forget the Nemesis Trove. I've seen a few people commenting that they can't find this now. It spawns wherever you kill them. Kuba's a little bit weird in that it will spawn, I think, on the first of the small ones that you kill. But it may be just one in random, or it could be the first one. But the Nemesis Trove spawns where you kill them. And it can be a little hard to see at times. So what did we actually get there? Vigorous of Squalls. No. Did pick up a Celestial Lotus at some point too. That may have been Kuba. Always good to get them. Now, Laria. I'm about to do a whole bunch of turn-ins for the Coven, who are already revered. So I do not care about their reputation. Which means Laria, unfortunately, gets to die. Health kind of evaporated a little bit there. That was a big hit from something. What do we got here? We got the Storm Strife. Alright. I'm not going to farm this weapon. If you want to, if that's something you're interested in, the Chill Strife, it is a pretty decent weapon. But I'm just not farming it. Not yet, at least. That is way too much farming for a weapon that is only slightly better than the one I have. To my mind, it's just not worth the increase. It absolutely is an increase in damage. Minus 8% cold resistance on a stacking debuff is quite good. But it's just way too much farming, which should tell you something coming from me. Alright, Scorva's out the back now, isn't he? So, are you going to give me the next quest? I'm assuming no. Okay, no, we don't have enough reputation with him. So that's fine. We are pretty much done with Barhome now. I'm going to go turn in whatever quests I need to with the Coven, and then I'll probably skip a whole bunch of them. Here it is. We're back to Revered with them, and I kind of don't need to do any of their other quests, so let's just have a look. Make sure I still have these two. Yep, I've still got them, so we can toss these. Don't need them. Why do I have it in my head that this is good to keep? I'm not sure. I'm going to sell it. It's not for this build anyway. So sell, 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 sell. And we are good to go. I'm not sure why I'm actually keeping these anymore either, so let's just get rid of them. Same with these rings, I don't need them anymore. The next rings I equip are probably going to be Alchemist rings, but I definitely don't need them anymore. Right, quests we have. Main quest is fine, I don't have her yet, and Zarthuzalan can wait. So, back to Barhome, and let's head north. We've got a decent bit of time left. We can probably make it to... We will almost certainly make it to the city, but we can probably even get into the sewers today. See how we go. Good thing about getting new weapons as well, everything goes up in damage. Anything that has weapon damage on it goes up, so... Really good increase. The only issue, I guess, is that the weapons themselves provide such a small increase to our damage as a percentage compared to Soul Harvest and Lethal Assault, that it's not as big as it could be for other builds, but hey, it's still pretty good. And we're back to feeling like a glass cannon. Well, a cannon. Maybe not glass, but a cannon. So we can move through here pretty quickly. The damage on this build is quite nice, I will admit. And not at all as glassy as I had expected. I played the Spellbreaker, and that was absolutely glassy. I still can't believe I managed to get that to level 100. And it's actually still alive as well, which is... I don't know if I'm impressed, shocked, I don't know. But I'm definitely... would not play that the same way if I made it again today. Alright, we've made it into the Desolate Waste. Let's just double check resistances. I should have done this before I came in. Chaos is way over, which is good. Vitality is... it's capped, but there's not a lot of room there. So I do need to be careful about getting shredded. Came here to check for the Exalted Stash. It's not there. And I don't really know where the other spots are, so I'm just going to head for the exit. Absolutely could look this up on grimtools.com. They have a map there, so we could go and check it out, but honestly I think we just get to the next area. And we'll be on our way. I think I may have just... yeah, I took the wrong turn. That's alright, we're going up this way anyway. Who are you? All you thought. Okay, sure. Something about an OnlyFans page. I'm sure someone can come up with something clever. Okay, Metasis Mal, the Mage Blood. Anything with Mage Blood in its name is something I want to kill quickly. I didn't notice if it had the arcane symbol above its head, but it probably did. Regardless, we just want to kill it. Right, so Eket Zul is the... I guess we'll call him the boss of this area. Certainly the only thing I'm worried about in this area, and worry is probably not the right word. I expect I'm going to have to dodge one volcano, and then he's going to die. So, like I said, not too worried about it, and we can skip a lot of this stuff too. Some of them may get in through the door. Nope, we're good. Okay, Eket Zul is going to flap his way down from above right here. And he does a lot of chaos damage. He does a lot of, well, a little bit of vitality, but mostly fire. Also, I have enough stats for my level 94 weapons, so I'm just going to dump it all into physique. Try and get some more health. Do note, even with these vitality pants here, adding... what's that? 1.3 thousand health? Still quite low. So, we don't have a lot of one-shot room here. Let's get the buffs on him, and look at that health bar melt. Dodge the Sunder. There's the volcano. Didn't even need to dodge it. Lovely. Okay. Damage is our middle name now. That cold star proc, that's from the Amatox step. That one there just went off again. Let's see if I can get it to trigger. Yeah, there we go. That is a really good proc. Freezes stuff, and I think you can get 3 or 4 of them, which can be a really good defensive layer. I'm going to have something like 15, 16,000 hit points on this character when it's done, but it's not going to feel squishy because everything's going to be frozen all the time. Okay, Ulgrim, snap out of it. You're in trouble, you're in the void, I'm your friend. Just basically don't annoy him. Don't try and fight him. You can if you want, but if you're playing on hardcore, there's a decent chance that he'll just kill you. He's a demigod, effectively, and it's probably not worth the risk, we'll call it, of fighting him. You absolutely can, though. On softcore, I'd even say go ahead and give it a shot. The worst that'll happen is he'll slap you back to town, and you'll have to do a little bit of extra running. But it is a fun fight. He actually has a build very similar to this. He's Shadow Striker, I think. It's been a while since I fought him. I could be remembering that wrong. Maybe I should go fight him again. Alright, let's get out of here. I guess we'll grab the loot that's hidden in the walls here first. Just broke the door here, and there's a hidden trove. So, yeah, got a blue. Sharpshooter's pouch. Did I also pick up that gun? I didn't. I think I had the sharpshooter's gun on the floor back there. Alright, we've made it to the outskirts of Melmoth, so we have to keep moving. Yes, 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 absolutely. Blueprint, you almost always have this already. And I do. So don't be surprised if you get that reward and it ends up going on the floor. Can we get some chthonic seals here? That would be ideal. It's not looking like it, though. So we're going to be fighting chthonics for a little bit, and that's fine. And then once we get into the city proper, we'll be fighting Ethereal Vanguard and Ethereals. So all of that is really good for Barhome reputation.
That skill's not ready.
Which we do need to get some of. Don't think Barhome has any augments that I want for the build, but it's good to have anyway, just in case. They do have some good augments. How is the Outcast going, actually? I did my usual trick with the Outcast, where I just kind of unlock her, and then pretend she doesn't exist. And it seems good. I did originally intend to use some of her gear, actually, and then just never did. She does have a chest piece with relevant skills, but I can't remember what they were, so can't be that important. Alright, do we have Nemesis with anybody else, actually? Chthonics? I don't think so. No, we only have Kuba, and he's already dead in this game, so I don't have to worry about him so much. Right, let's go find the tap. I do see that totem up there as well. I'm definitely going to do that. Reputation with Barhome. You see this will stack up fairly quickly, which is good. Alright. Forsaken? Just a regular one. Okay, boring. That's fine, we'll burn through this. Let's turn the loot off so I can see what's going on. Done. And losing health there, so there was probably some goop I was standing in. 5 blues. I'll take it. I'm not going to use any of them, but, you know, money. And here we go. Okay, so I'll mention it again here. I do this pretty much every time, so should be used to it by now. But what I'm looking for here is this little Y shape here, or the tap. Imagine the walls here. This is the twisty part, and the water comes out there. It's kind of a tap. It's not, but it kind of is. So that's what I'm looking for. And that more or less points towards where I need to go. Okay, resistance, shredded. Should have checked how much it was shredded by, actually. But anyway, that's fine. It is what it is. So yeah, the tap kind of points to one of the locations where this could be. So I'm going to go in there. And before we do, let's go ahead and spend that attribute on physique. And I've got another skill point here. Tempted again by Reaping Strike here. I may end up just doing that. Also tempted by an extra 1% avoidance and the defensive ability there. I think I'll just do that. That's fine, honestly. Okay, so the only scary thing in here, really, is, well, these guys. Notice my health there, 9,500. Once he dies, that should come back up. Yep, 13. Back down to 9. Those auras they have reduce your maximum health. The only thing scary in here is the big demon guy, whose name escapes me at the moment, but I'll remember it when we run into him, I'm sure. No, it doesn't count as cheating to read it off the screen, I remembered. Okay, we're not going to go in there. Definitely could, but I'm not going to because I do want to farm reputation for the Eldritch faction, or against the Eldritch faction, so I want to keep those in Ashkor and his 2 guardians on the bottom floor of the temple. I want to keep them there. Doing that quest down there can replace them with a Chthonic demon, which I do not want to do. So I'm going to leave that quest alone. I don't need the belt from Lunar Valgoth, so we're just going to pretend it's not there. Where is Bane? What's his face? I was kind of hoping to show where he is, but he doesn't want to come out and play. I'm doing a whole lot more searching in here than I normally would. We'll just go get Bandragos. He's probably hanging out somewhere around there anyway. So Bandragos is right there. The good thing about him is he's always in the same place. Ooh, treasure trove. The bad thing about him is he has 2 friends that'll heal him, and each other, and they're relatively tanky. So let's just see if we can burn straight through him. Not expecting too much trouble in the way of... Yeah, no, there he goes. Oh, here he is. Gabalthune. That's the name I was looking for. Well, he's dead. Alright. Dravis' offering. This is the quest item I'm here for. So let's just pick that up, and... I didn't see the exit, so we'll maybe do a little bit of running around. These are the minions here, and like I said, they heal. And they're pretty tanky, so... Can be good to not have to kill them. Alright, I'm guessing my exit's going to be down here. Failing that, I could go down a floor and just kill everybody instead of letting the cultists go. Or leave them there, I think is an option. Which I may end up having to do. I've already got the treasure trove in here too, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, no exit there. I'm just going to run straight up the middle, and if I have to go down to the next floor, then, you know, so be it. I have pretty much uncovered everywhere. So I may have to just go downstairs. And honestly, that's kind of fine. I'm having fun killing stuff, so let's go downstairs. Alright, welcome to the Fringes of Sanity. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here that you can honestly skip this stuff. I think I'm standing in goop there, that's why my health is disappearing. Okay, this little section here, you can skip this stuff, but it can be a little scary. There's a lot of damage here, there's a lot of stuff here. So, I think I'm gonna kill it. And, okay. Do I need to kill Lunar Valgoth to open the door? I think I do, but I'm not sure. Yeah, there's no gate here. So, we'll talk to these guys. What's happening? This doesn't sound good. It does kind of help that I knew where she was and where she was coming from. Done. Alright. This quest, if you let them out, you will lose your easy ticket to Nemesis with the Eldritch, and you'll have to go and do something else. So I'm just going to not do that. This is the northernmost location, so where I came out... Where is it? Over here. Find this red circle on the ground somewhere. Am I crazy? Nope, here it is. This is the second place where you could potentially have gone in. So first one down here, then up here. And the third one is going to be over here-ish. It's about the same level as the tap. So if you turn it into a gun, you know, here's the handle, here's the hammer, it shoots out here. You just kind of pew 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 over here, you'll find the other portal. That little bit of terrain there, I don't know if they intended it to be used as a tap and a gun, but it works. So I'm kind of okay with it. But I'm not looking for the other portal, I'm looking for Dela. Now I'm dropping a portal here and ignoring her. So we are going to go into the town. Also ignoring that big, ugly, time-consuming thing. We're going to head into the town here. Pick up a few extra Aether Crystals, because you can never have enough Aether Crystals.
I can't do that.
And then we will do the other part of her quest, and then we'll come back and talk to her after that. That's why I've dropped that portal there, so I don't have to do this run multiple times. If you're anything like me, though, there's a good chance that that portal will not be there when you go to use it again. So we'll see if I can remember that I need to not clear it. There's not a huge amount of stuff between me and when I need to use it, but there is some stuff there. Alright, that road is blocked, so we have to take the scenic route again. And like I said, I do enjoy a good Aether Crystal, or, you know, 70. I would always like more, but you can't always get more. I definitely don't need to be killing these either. The big guys here, the towers, I'm not actually sure what they're called off the top of my head. But these big tree things, we'll call it an Aether tree for now. They do drop Aether shards, Aether clusters. I don't know if they drop crystals, but definitely shards and clusters. And I'm going to go in here. So this is the wrong entry for getting what we want, but it's kind of the same distance. And we may run past Turnox here. Turnox is always fun to kill. Maybe I'll get lucky and she'll drop me some boots that I'm not going to use. Okay, is there a Turnox here? Doesn't look like it. This room here also, this one individual room. So I got one dynamite here. There was another one there. All these boxes and such, any kind of scrap piles, they can all drop dynamite. So I only got 2 this time, but I have had 7 dynamite from this one room before. And usually you'll get between like 2 and 4. But I have definitely had 7 in there before, so I do like to hit that occasionally. It's a little gambly in terms of how much you're going to get, but potential for a big jackpot is definitely there. Alright, there's Turnox. No boots for me, unfortunately. Not that I would use them anyway, but, you know, no boots. And this is the room that has the thing we're actually here for. So we'll take a Precious out here. Got some really great pants there, which you love to see. The game has a couple of meme items, and these are kind of one of them. Where are they? Here we go. Really great pants. Turns out still okay. So decent armor, cunning spirit, health. They're all right, I guess. Confusion when you get hit. I've actually, I think I had these maybe twice before ever, so they are semi-rare. This little lectern here, that's got the Dravis quest item that we're actually here for. So now that I've got that, we'll head out the door that you could also have came in this side. It's much faster to go here to here than it is to go all the way through here, but, you know, saves a little bit of time running on the surface. So it's kind of same. Same, but different, but kind of still same. Alright, we'll just fight our way through these. We've got a rift gate here. I'm going to turn the loot off. Because this rift gate is occupied. So we'll need to kill it. I didn't actually expect to come in here, but the hero monsters just kept coming, so I guess we'll do it. And fight time. Alright. This should be easy. And we got electrified, we got frozen, barely even saw them, didn't see what that last guy was before he died. Yeah, we do a little bit of damage. So I've just got the notification that this place is swarming with ethereals. They're already dead. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this in before I forget it. So we'll head back to our rift, and Dela has actually a few quests I'm going to do here. So, I have what you're looking for. What now? I've been there, I found only his minions, I found something, here you go. And she will give us Blazeheart. Now, Blazeheart is one of the 3 heart type weapons. Why do I... Oh, okay. I've never done this out of order. Travis is dead as well. Okay. So normally you have to go back to... Where is it? Corvin City, is it? This one? Corvin City. And you can turn it into her there. So I've never done this out of order. Right, so Blazeheart is one of the 3 heart weapons. You also have Chill Heart, which you can get from... Let's actually go see if I can get it to drop. I think I tried earlier. And maybe I was too low level or something. Or maybe you have to kill Dravis first. I'm not sure. But if you just stand in this portal, and note that my health is going down, I'm effectively standing in Aetherfire. I'm waiting for this turtle shell to go away. There we go. You can just stand in this for long enough and it'll drop on the floor. Got another shield there. There we go, Chill Heart. Okay. I don't know what changed. It may be a level thing. It may be you have to kill Dravis. So the words "stuck in another reality, please send help" etched onto the hilt. This one is a letter D is etched into the hilt. And there's the Stormheart as well, which, I mean, I could go get it, but you do kind of have to be on the quest, and I'm not really interested in fighting Lucar at the moment, so we'll leave that one for now. But there is also the Stormheart, which is a lightning version. So 3 elemental daggers. You can only get 1 of each of these per character. These will not drop anywhere else. So if you want Blazeheart for your build, you gotta do Dela's quests. If you want Chillheart for your build, I hope you can stand in Aetherfire for a decent amount of time. And if you want Mythical Stormheart, well, that's actually pretty easy. Any build should be easily able to get Stormheart. Let's just chuck all this, and while we're here, we'll sell stuff as well. Alright, don't need any of you guys. So my apologies to people watching me vendor a whole bunch of legendary and epic items and thinking, man, I'd love to have those. But that's just kind of how I prefer to play. Any factions that I should be getting writs from? No. Okay. So Dela's done, and we've got to go into the sewers. However, I'm just approaching the 1 hour mark, so I'm going to leave it here for today. So that'll be the end of this episode. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.